welcome to yet another round of the series here as we're at round 11. Some great action coming here up at St. Louis last week at Daytona. I got a little bit of heavy situation there, but most of the time OT would lead with Doverdog Swoosh getting second place. And now as we're going to head here into this one, as you can see, I'm not going to have the whole shot because Milestone's superb fucking connection and having just the greatest games out there makes me get not disconnected, makes me like just my game quit for no random ass reason. So that's how this race started out for me. But as you can see here, Sawcap running in the 7th place spot with Jester running up in front of him. Jester finally having a decent start. A long time before he's had one of those. Maybe that could help him get a podium. It'll be the first time he got a podium in a very long time. I think it was the first round. That was the last time he got a podium. So it's been a while. As here's C. Feezy on his Dole Suzuki bike here. A great new team for him to be on, as he is now the owner of that team. Great to see this new team aspect coming part of the series here. As OT here running in the 3rd place position, trying to catch up to Walleye Chop here. He is currently running for his brand new team he created named Honda Luba Racing. Great to see all these new teams in the series. As a little bit of a problem there back here for Jesus, as he's going to make a mistake, and that's going to send him back to 8th place. But here goes Gavin into the 8th place. So now Jesus goes from 7th to last place in that one corner. And oh my goodness, down goes Walleye Chop as he's going to go straight over the bars. And OT gets collected in it too. A little bit of luck out of that situation for Walleye Chop out of anything, as he did not want to have that happen, as now he's got the leader in the points right behind him. And oh, he's off the track and he's going to have another problem as he falls down there. And that's going to allow OT up in the 2nd place spot, as now Walleye Chop is back in 3rd place. As here comes Feezy. Feezy looking to take the spot now. As Walleye Chop, can he do it? And Feezy's going to hit him with the block pass. They're both going to bump. Feezy's going to hit that triple, and now Walleye Chop is going to elect to double it there, and that is not going to help out his situation at all, as now he is going to fall back to 4th outside of the podium. As Feezy now in a very common spot for him, which is the bottom step of the podium. He hasn't gotten there the last couple weeks. He's been usually sitting down in that 4th or 5th place position, but could this be the week that he actually makes it happen there on the podium? As here's Jesus, he got around Gavin there after that pass he made a little bit of a while ago. Oh, Sawcap goes down, as now that is going to be Jesus going past Sawcap. Sawcap at the 8th now with Gavin in the back. All these guys looking like the same person with all this red all over them. Seems to be a common factor in here as to wear the color red. Oh, down goes Walleye Chop as Jester's going to pass him for 4th. And here comes Thornsberry after him too. But here is the man leading the race. He's been absolutely charging right now. And that is Doverdog Swoosh. And this man has been leading this whole race so far. His last one was in San Diego and he barely won that one. How about tonight? He's kind of dominating him for right now. As here is Walleye Chop just over Thornsberry. Let's see if he can keep this alive here, as it looks like Jester fell back down. He may have gotten into a little accident there. Wow, he is really getting wide on some of these corners. You see he just nicked the tough block there, but so did Thornsberry. And now Jesus up to 7th, as Sawcap falls all the way down to last place here in this A main event, as Gavin trying to get better than what he had last week, which last week was a 2nd to last place finish. Here's Walleye Chop in the 4th place position. Jester with that little mistake sent him back down to 5th. As now Thornsberry could have a chance to pounce on Walleye Chop here, as he's not going to be too far behind. Can he make the move? Rips a tear off there. Walleye Chop trying to just get those mistakes out of his head so he can catch up here to see Feezy and maybe get his first ever podium in the series. At Oakland, Walleye Chop kind of had the same situation where he absolutely starts out phenomenal, but he kind of just drifted back. Here he drifted back a little bit, but doesn't look like something too insane. Oh, down goes Jesus, as there's a little bit of a contact there between Gavin and him. I don't think Gavin that was not intentional. It looks like that he kind of just landed a little bit funny and just how the cookie crumbled there. But as you can see here, Walleye Chop still running in the 4th place position. It would be absolutely phenomenal to see him get his first ever podium here in the series. And here's Thornsberry, though. He is not going to give up. He's still right behind him here. As here's the man, Doverdog Swoosh. Let's go on board with him. As you can see there, Dovidog Swoosh elected to hit the quad that lap, which is absolutely blazing fast on this track. You need to have that quad down if you want to be able to try to compete even in this top podium spot here. Because here's Feezy back here still holding onto that podium position. And then there's OT in second. But as I was saying about the quad here, it is so hard to hit. And if you hit this, it is basically the big balls line. As you can see though, back here, these guys farther back in the pack struggle to hit that. And they usually maybe hit it once this whole entire race. Walleye Chop still running in that 4th place position. As Jester's going to get around Thornsberry. They're on the top left of your screen. Thornsberry now back to 6th. He must have crashed or had something go wrong. As here's Sockcap already got around the 2 guys he needed to get around, and now he's looking for Thornsberry. Sockcap, a newer rider to this series, still I feel like he's trying to find his position here in the series, as he is still kind of mixed around with the results he is getting. But right now, he looks like that he's having not a terrible night, but he could obviously be doing better. Looks like he just had a little bit of mistakes, as here he comes, hits the table on, and Sockcap up to the 6th place position. Never mind, Thornsberry's going to keep it right there with him. They're over the triple, they touch in midair, and they're both going to not make the triple because of it, and they're going to hit this section like whoops. Sockcap's going to run him high. Thornsberry down, little crossover. Thornsberry is going to glitch back in. Oh my goodness. As they're going to be heading down this corner, they're both going to make more contact. Sockcap makes it through cleanly, and oh, down goes Thornsberry, and Thornsberry, with the unfortunate luck there, is going to stay in 7th place. His Sockcap is going to move up to 6th. Great racing out of both those guys. I don't think neither of those guys caused that. It was just very hard racing. As Feezy making some mistakes, that allows Walleye Chop to catch up. Could Walleye Chop be on his way to his first ever podium here in the series? As you can see, he is really pushing this Husqvarna to its limits here. But Feezy on that Dole Banana Suzuki Racing. Suzuki looks like he could be doing great, but here let's go on board with the Husqvarna rider. As you can see there, Feezy would hit the quad, and that gave him a little bit of space between him and Walleye Chop, but it didn't really matter as Walleye Chop made a couple mistakes on that lap, which allowed Feezy to pull away. As here is Swoosh still leading this race. This could be his first ever dominant performance we can see here for him to win this race, but you never know. We still got around 9 minutes left in this race for anyone to make something happen here. Is OT making around some lapped riders there. OT really trying to push right now. So he just got a Thornsberry there. So they're already lapping up to the top 6 or 7 riders here. And these top guys are Feezy with the banana here. He usually switches between KTM and Suzuki, but I heard that he's going out full out Suzuki for the rest of the year with the new factory team that he is on now. Here's Jester running in the 5th place position after those mistakes by Thornsberry and Sockcap to kind of set him up here. Could Jester be able to make the pass there on Walleye Chop, maybe get a top 4 for himself? That'd be absolutely amazing. Oh, Swoosh with a little bit of a mistake there. That is very common to see people do that though off that table. And here's the man I seem to be always reporting here for some reason this race. And now we're back here to Jesus. Jesus not having one of his greatest performances here. as Gavin is trying to make something happen back here, not trying to get last, as he's really pushing to catch up to Jesus here. Both these guys have been battling back here for a while as the order kind of shuffles back here. It looks like that Gavin and Jesus have been kind of battling out this race, having their own little battle back here, which is cool to see. And oh, Gavin makes a little bit of a mistake, and there's Feezy in the background, about to put him another lap, or sorry, another lead lap rider going around them. Here's Thornsberry running in the 7th place position. He must have had a couple more crashes there, as he's fallen way off the pace of the Sockap. The Sockap just now got put down by Swoosh, so now only 5 riders on the lead lap here in this race. As those 5 riders are 5th place Jester, 4th place Walleye Chop, 3rd place C Feezy, 2nd place OT, and then 1st place would be Dover Dog Swoosh. With that order there, you can obviously tell that OT is not leading the race, which is very likely to see. As you can see there, see how Sockhat pulled off to the side of the track? That is amazing to see. Pretty sure Thornsberry did that a lap ago. That is absolutely phenomenal to see, though, as people are letting people go on by so that the racing for these top guys happens. I enjoy that very much out of every single rider that does that. I appreciate it a whole bunch because that's what I like to see in the series. Allowing the faster guys to be able to keep their racing pace as they move over. That is very special to see, and I'm really thankful for the people that do that for these top riders. But back to here, Thornsberry still hasn't changed position. A lot of positions haven't changed in the past minute, I'd say, 2 minutes. As Thornsberry just kind of trying to ride his own race right now. He's just trying to catch up as he keeps on hitting those tough blocks, so he keeps sliding out. He needs to try to control his bike just a tad bit more, and hopefully that won't happen. As Swoosh there with a little bit of a mistake. He's only going to have 5 more minutes left of this moto, and he can bring home his 2nd race win of the year. As here's Feezy really driving hard. I think that is a lapper behind him. Yes, that is. I'm pretty sure that is Jesus behind him. Hopefully that C Feezy can catch up to OT here and maybe get a battle for 2nd. He would absolutely love to see that, but I think OT is just a little bit too far out here with 5 minutes left. He would need OT to crash or make a huge mistake for something like that to happen. Here's a man with a lot of bad luck, and finally has something coming his way. Jester, after many rounds of getting disconnected and bad luck for him, he's finally going to have some luck. But here's C Feezy. Let's ride along with him. A decent lap there for Feezy. As we can see, the running order hasn't changed really at all. But a great lap there for Feezy. Not a heater, but still a decent lap that's going to keep him in that podium position there. Keeps running laps like those. As here's OT with a little bit of a bobble there. Hopefully he could shape him that up if he wants to catch up Swisher. As you can see, Gavin pulls off to the side track to allow somebody on by. Great racing just to see that. I am so thankful for the racers in the series that do that. Thank you guys so much for that. This here's Walleye Chop, still running in the 4th place position. Seems like he hasn't made any ground on Feezy this race. He did earlier, but then now just kind of lost him at this point after Feezy kind of almost turned it up a little bit. But OT and Swoosh are absolutely gone in this race right now. As Sockap in 6th place, he's looking to try to pass Jester here, as that would be a great pass for him to have. As a top 5 for Sockap would be an absolute win for him here tonight after what he had going on earlier in the race here. As we're seeing him right now, we cannot see Jester in the screen, so that obviously means that Jester's at least a little bit far out ahead of him. which is not great news there for Sockap. As you can see, OT is ahead of Sockap, but here, as we see Jester here, Jester's not terribly ahead of Sockap. Sockap does have a chance to get that 5th place position, but I do not know if he's going to have the time to do it. With only just under 2 minutes left in this race, Jester would have to have a couple big crashes for Sockap to be able to make really something happen here, as he's down by a good, I'd say 5 seconds. He'd at least need 2 crashes out of Jester here if he wants to get in that top 5 position. But this is the man right here that has been absolutely dominating this race so far. Hasn't had any really problems with anybody even getting close to him. Oh, that's a rider down. That is going to be Walleye Chop. So they've lapped all the way up to 4th place. So only your podium riders are on the lead lap right now. That's pretty crazy to see. Well, this is kind of one smaller track though, but still, that is crazy to see that your podium riders are just that much faster here tonight than some of the other riders. As here's the last guy on the lead lap, which is C. Feezy, the man on the Suzuki. Great riding out of him so far in this race, being very consistent. But as you can see here, Feezy's not being able to see anybody really behind him or in front of him, so I don't really see him passing OT unless OT makes an absolute horrendous mistake and it just completely kills his mojo. But I don't see that happening to OT with the way he's been riding all year long and during this race. As you can see there, I think he just hit the quad and now he's going to hit that. Wow, beautiful section there for OT. OT really starting to put the gas down here. He's only going to have around 20 seconds left in this race to go for him to try to pull home another win. That would be his 5th one in the year. Let's go on board and see if he can do it. Is here we go back to OT, as he's now looking where Walleye Chop is. As you can see, long ago Swoosh went around Walleye Chop. So let's see if he can. Oh, he hits the quad again. That is 2 laps in a row. OT hit the quad. So I'm trying to say, these guys are starting to really put down some heater laps, some fast, some consistent heater laps. As I think that was Swoosh maybe that we saw. As OT is starting to close it in here on the final lap of the race. As you can see, I think that was Jesus that let him on by. Oh, and OT goes down! And all that causes... Oh my goodness, and that causes Walleye Chop to go down. Could they allow Jester maybe get in the top 5? Doesn't look like it. Jester doesn't seem to be in the screen. Jester's too far behind for it. But here we're going to go back to the guy in 1st place leading this race. He's going to have one more lap to hold off OT for the win here. Can he do it? His last time through this section here, he's just going to elect to hit the triple and kind of hit it like whoops here. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to have this double and then the triple, as he is going to have one more corner here. And he's going to get his 2nd win of the series. Dover Dog Swoosh lights the candles in St. Louis. As where is OT? OT is right here. He is coming home with a strong 2nd place finish for the series, and he will keep the lead going into the next round. As here is Feezy looking to finish here in the podium position. Because, oh, he's going to case the hell out of that jump, and he is dead. Holy shit. As you can see, he's going to try to finish up here. As oh, Toxic is going to get reset. You can see in the 8th place position would be Jesus, 7th would be Sockap, 6th would be Jester, and then 5th, it'd be 4th Walleye Chop, then 5th Jester. Well, after this is concluding here, you're going to see these guys kind of pull over. Thank you for watching this week. I really hope that you guys do enjoy those videos, as it takes up a lot of my time out of school to make them, but here's your little rundown of the points, and I'll see you next week.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began.